Can you create a foggy street scene in a bedroom? Using just 2 speedlights set up in a room, we're going to try and create a foggy street scene. And we tried this cut out of a foam board to make headlights, but it didn't really work. And we're going to place a model in front of one of the flashes to create a silhouette. Then we're going to pump some smoke into the room with a smoke machine, Chauvet 1200. This is the setup. Camera at one end of the room, a mannequin's head to create a shadowy onlooker, 2 speed lights with Pringles tubes to direct the light, a fog machine placed between the lights and the model, and you don't need a lot of power. This produces plenty of smoke. So looking back, you could see there's a nice haze building up, and we move back to the other end of the room, and the flash controller set to 1/16th power on both lights, and the camera settings 1/200th, f8 and ISO 200. So let's take a shot. Get the model into place in front of one of the lights and trigger the flashes. Now let's take one of the raw images and take it into Photoshop. And we open it up in Camera Raw, as it's a raw file. And the idea is to play with the sliders to achieve a very contrasting, bold, dramatic film noir type image. You can see the clothes are suitable for this genre. A raincoat and a fedora hat. And we keep playing with all of these settings. Exposure, take it down. Let's play with the shadows. Pull them down to get some really inky blacks. And play with the blacks back and forth. And reduce the vibrance. So reduce whatever colours left. And let's do it before and after. Now opens a copy, and this opens up in Photoshop. Now let's crop out the silly headlights that were too low and didn't look very realistic. And let's spot heal the background to remove the pictures that were on the wall of the bedroom. Now let's create a layer called headlights and reintroduce the headlights that we've cropped off. And we take a paintbrush, set it to about 190, and just paint a circular blob to make a headlight. Let's add in a side light to make the car look more realistic. They're a little sharp, so let's add some Gaussian blur so these lights look they're shining through the mist. A little high, so let's pull them down. Now we need to create a glowing halo around the light so it looks really like it's shining through the mist. We do this with a radial gradient, and we pull out to the left, and there it is. And let's lower the opacity so we can see the headlight. And now let's select the body and head and the hat and create a little mist behind them to make them stand out from the shadows with the clone stamp tool. Let's just add a little bit more mist over the shoulder. Turn on the halo again. And one last thing to do is to fix, with the spot healing tool, a strange line that's beneath the mannequin's head. That's on the background layer, and we just paint on the spot healing tool and it fixes that problem. So there you have it, there's the final picture, and it's a pretty convincing street scene in the fog. If you found this interesting or useful, please like and subscribe.